What's up, guys? My name is Lorenz S. from the LSD Experience.
And I'm Danny.
Welcome to episode 7. I know it's been a really fat minute, but we're back.
Yeah, bro, this is probably the most ghetto place we're in right now.
Yeah.
Like, literally, got my llama.
Yep.
Shit. We're at my grandma's place.
Yep.
Filming in her basement. I don't even know what to expect, but
Yeah.
let's get it.
What's up, dude? So the basis of this episode is kind of just like a whole, like, I guess just a restart.
Yeah, I would say a restart. Catch up, because we haven't seen each other in like,
Oh,
I don't know, like
yeah.
a month? I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because ever since we did like the last episode, that was like back when I was still in like Arizona.
Yeah. Like, honestly, we're trying to do more in person because I don't think like the Zoom is it. The vibe is sometimes always off. Yeah.
No, yeah.
And like when we have guests on, it's just like everything's virtual. Like the whole entire pandemic's happening again and everything.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Now we passed that, but
Facts.
yeah. So as you guys have seen, we've been pumping out a lot of fitness content. I've been doing a lot of rave stuff. We're both trying to dip into each other's avenues and all that. But yeah. I guess like what's like the most fun content, or like what's been like your favorite type of content to film recently?
I think for me, obviously like all the interview questions that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Obviously we bought the wireless mics for a reason. Like the pre-workout one. You remember the guy that said it was like he was actually one of my friends. He was like, text messages. His favorite pre-workout.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, just asking questions. I mean, I like what you've been doing, bringing the wireless mics to the raves, asking people how they rate the set. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we've had a lot of fun with these wireless mics. These aren't even plugged in. These are just for show. No, but one day we'll have the setup. But yeah, I've definitely had a lot of fun just interviewing people, just going out of my comfort zone and just actually doing the thing. Yeah,
I would say like ever since like we started this, I would see like it's like little baby steps that we're always improving on. Like at first, like bro, we literally went to the Chicago Bears game at the very first time trying to test out these wireless mics. Yeah. Bro, we didn't even get a single footage of that thing because we're fucking scared as shit to actually go up to people. Bro, we went up to like these college students. I'm not sure you remember. It was like Redskins people. We're like, hey, like we'll give you a free beer if you do this video with them. And literally all of them said no. Yeah. And then literally fucking derailed our like damn.
That like fucked up our confidence. We didn't want to like go to anybody else. I think where we fucked up was offering the beer first. We should have just been like, hey, quick interview. Like, because I think like if you just have two random Asian kids just pull up with like a pack of beers, like, hey, I have a mic, I have a camera, want to interview?
Yeah. No, literally what I thought was like, everyone just, like my opinion was like, if you just show up like, hey, you want to be on our social media? I want to be like, oh yeah. And it turns out it's like, nah, it's not. Yeah. Like I guarantee you all those like TikTokers, social media people, like, you know what I mean? Like, they probably go through so many people just to get the clips that they want.
Exactly.
And literally, since we failed, like the first 4 people were like, fuck this shit. Yeah. I don't think anyone wants to do it with us. But I guarantee you those people are standing out there for hours long just to do their videos
too. And then, we had one interview, but like, I just fucked the mic workout.
Yeah. And then like, obviously we tried to be mic'd up during the Bears game. Yeah. Literally, I didn't even post a single footage. I had to put literally a music over the video because like literally everyone's screaming in the stadium and like my dumbass thought like we'll be able to pick up our like mic'd up at the Bear Stadium.
But it was just like potato quality audio.
Yeah.
Just, holy shit! Nah, dude. But what you been up to, man?
Obviously I've been working, powerlifting. I'm getting ready to train for nationals in September for Tennessee powerlifting. I want to be able to squat 500, so we're almost there. We'll see where everything else is, but yeah, working, powerlifting. Yeah. Obviously trying to create content for my own personal gym page as well. But yeah, how about you?
Yeah, dude, pretty much the same thing. Just working, also working out. Danny. So Danny is my trainer, and when I started out with him, I was like 204 pounds. And I've cut all the way to like, this morning I was weighing 184, so we're getting in that work, getting the strength while doing it. So, that's honestly like a really nice thing, just being able to like do all these, like the content, and also just like train under you too. It's been good, dude.
This is free promo for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to become a powerlifter, DM me on Instagram at Danny Kong Lee.
Yes,
But either way, yeah, I mean, just like lifting in general, being healthy, like, bro, like I went through this like patch when I first started. I was eating like shit, and then like kind of ruined my mentality, like how I wake up every single day.
Exactly.
Honestly, now I still like getting better. I hired a nutritionist back in the day, like a couple months ago, like eating healthy. But then I went down. I stopped working with him. Now I'm like eating shit again. Now I'm trying to go back to the point where I was like, oh, like I need to eat healthy.
Like you're on top.
But the thing is, like, you know what I mean? Like in America, it's like everyone calls it, oh, I need to go on a diet, like.
Yeah.
But shouldn't that just be the norm, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Just like a healthier lifestyle and mindset and mentality. Like, I feel like especially with how everything is set up, you're kind of incentivized just to eat like shit.
Yeah.
and like, you're not really, especially like growing up, you don't really learn how to actually live a better lifestyle until you're kind of just out there by yourself, like in college or post-grad.
I feel like college is probably the worst thing to try maintain a healthy lifestyle unless you're like broke in college, because like obviously you're not gonna be going out to the bars or like going out to eat it.
You still will.
Yeah, you still will.
No, but yeah, because definitely coming out of post grad, like, I mean, I was 22 years old. I was like getting decent money because I was working a full-time job, and yeah, dude, I was just having fun, going out like every weekend, eating as much as I could, and yeah, dude, the weight just tacked on more and more, and like, yeah, my like quality of life at like some point, I was just like, what the fuck am I actually doing?
Yeah. What would you say like was the pinpoint of like, or like the turning point where you're like, I gotta fucking stop this? Because like honestly, I think heavily influenced because you rushed the social fraternity, right? Because obviously like everyone wants to go out, everyone wants to do all this type of stuff.
Exactly. I think that's it. The thing with like, I mean, back when I was like still in college, and even though I was like in a social frat and all that, I still maintained somewhat of a healthier lifestyle, just because I was like, I guess, around individuals that worked out, or I had like a whole routine. But by the time I was like working and commuting, like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I would like come home, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just sleep, I don't give a fuck. Or like, whenever I would pack myself a lunch, I would just pack whatever.
Yeah. No, the funny thing is like, bro, I barely went. Obviously my friends know. Like I barely went out during college. Like I literally all I did was cheat in school. Obviously, I think everyone knows. Everyone cheats in school. I'll even admit that I kind of cheated in school. Yeah. But then obviously like go to the gym.
UIC get his ass.
And then literally, just sleep. Like literally all I did was just sleep, work, whatever. Try to have fun with my friends when I can. But like. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, dude, I don't know about you, but like the moment I graduated, that's when I realized like how much time I actually like had.
Right.
Because like, I guess once once you're out of like the whole school loop and everything, like once you're out of that like student's mindset, one, you realize like how much time you actually have. Two, you don't like see your friends as much, or you don't have like that social interaction, or even just seeing people. I think the thing that hit me the most is like one day I like woke up and I'm like, dude, I just woke up just to go to work, and I'm gonna go to work, go home and sleep.
Bro, no, literally what you just said, like ever since we graduated starting I would say like September, literally I would wake up, go to work, go to the gym, go back home. Obviously, because we don't even live in the city anymore. Exactly. Because like now we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, it's not like high school. You could go to your friend's place, ring their doorbell, like, hey, you want to come outside and play or whatever. Like, I don't even think there's much to do anymore unless you're living at home.
Exactly, especially since we're like in the transition from our like early 20s into our mid 20s. Fucking creepy, it's fucking weird. And like a lot of our peers, a lot of our friends are also like kind of in that stage of like figuring out like what they're trying to do with life.
Yeah.
And yeah, because everyone's just trying to do their own thing, it's like it's hard to actually find time to like meet up with people.
Yeah.
Or, like, yeah, I kind of found like even me, like it's just hard to make plans. Like I have to make it like way in advance because.
Yeah. I would say like one last thing, like one of my roommates that I lived with last year, bro, I haven't even hung out with her ever since we moved out of the apartment or after we graduated. Like the last time I saw her was probably for my powerlifting competition. Yeah. Like that was literally the last time. Right. But like, I would say like before we move on to our next topic, don't you have like upcoming plans with Justin that you want to share to everyone?
Right. So on June 24th, me, DJ Imperious,
who was
Danny,
on our podcast before.
Correct. And a couple of our friends will be throwing a show, a live music event called Break from Chicago, a live show at the Forge at Joliet. Danny and I will be hosting.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Yeah.
I've never done any type of this, but I'll be out there screaming, trying to get everyone hyped. But let's see.
Yes,
I'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. But yeah, definitely keep on the lookout for that. We'll be posting promotional vids and everything. Yeah. The official announcement will come soon. Yeah. So stay tuned.
Bro, before we move on, bro, was this shit going on the whole entire time, bro? It's like fucking hot as shit. Like I'm sweating.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all good, but.
Is it AC or? Fucking heat. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. But our next topic that we want to talk about, we kind of had a little intro to it a little bit as well, like social anxiety.
Social anxiety. Yeah.
Right. Like obviously, like we first started this podcast, like we went through ups and downs, like how we were gonna go out in public and do all this type of stuff. Yeah. And like now we're getting a little bit better about it. But I just want to say like. Topic of social anxiety, like how would you say that affected you and like what are you doing now, or like what do you see in the world as well?
I mean, so just like starting out, yeah, I mean I've been pretty much dealing with social anxiety like my entire life. Like I guess just starting from, I mean, especially middle school, I didn't really like have any friends, and then yeah, I was kind of a social outcast for a while, and then coming into high school, I was like. I mean, I would overthink and overreact to like just minuscule things, and even just like something and someone not saying hi back to me, I would like go back home and be like, oh fuck, what did I do? Right. And I don't even know where that really stems from, but I guess just as like my life kept continuing, and I mean it just kept getting better and better. I kept like going out of my comfort zone, and then even in the college, just stepping into leadership roles and all that. But yeah. Even up to this point, like all the things that we've done to, I guess just be more social, or like just step out of our comfort zones more. But even with that, like, it's kind of like a battle every day. Like I always like whenever I post a video, I always just like think back and like, oh, is that good enough? Like, you know, I'm like hesitating to press the post button, but sometimes like, yeah, you kind of just have to say fuck it and post. Yeah. And I remember especially. What do you call it? Sometimes I would take a really long time to like make a video or post. It's just because I'm going like back and forth. I'm like, oh, it's not good enough. Right. But I don't know. Working with you's kind of definitely taught me to say, hey, fuck it. Like, it's better to put something out than like keep something in. Right. Yeah. No, I would say like for me as well. Like, I was probably had big social anxiety. Obviously, like, I'm very social when I know people, and obviously like. If I'm meeting someone, obviously, like, I'll still be super friendly, open up and everything. But then, obviously, when it comes, like, to, like, social media, bro, like, when I got Instagram, probably, like, in middle school or whatever, I didn't post a single picture until, like, actually, I don't even know when I don't think I ever posted a personal picture on, like, my personal page before, like, this one when I started powerlifting. Like, and then I tried to start off a podcast, and then, obviously, like, carrying through that, like, that kind of broke the social anxiety barrier for me. But, like, starting now, like, I always have like content ideas that I want to do with us, and then also like do for myself for my personal fitness page, like doing fun, crazy stuff. And like I would have all these notes, and then like I'll be like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I never ended up doing it because like I fucking got scared, I backed out, and then like I would say like one of the turning points, obviously like just posting all my lifting videos, but like. Started doing my old funny things. I'm not sure, like, you remember the video where I brought a squat rack to the bean? Yeah. Like, that shit was fucking funny, bro. Like, it took me, like, probably, like, 2 weeks to, like, be like, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. And then, obviously, like, I had another video where I was like, I'm gonna climb up the cable towers of the gym and just stand at the very top, acting like I'm, like, the king of the gym or whatever. Bro, no. Literally, I'll tell you a funny story about that one. Yeah. So, literally, I climbed up the thing. I tried to climb up the thing, like, try to do a muscle-up to climb up the thing. I failed once. And then I was like, fuck. Like now, like everyone's gonna be looking at me every time I fucking try to climb out the thing. So I tried a second time. That shit, I couldn't get fucking up. I tried the third time, and then this one dude looks at me like, cause like he was doing the tricep pull down. I'm like, fuck, like I had my chance, couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. Bro, I left the gym, and then the next day I got another free trial membership at LA Fitness or like eSport or whatever. Yeah. And then I went to that gym.
First time, couldn't get up again. Third time, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get my shit up. I got my shit up.
Yeah.
I got up there, got my video, jumped down, fucking scooted the fuck out of the gym.
No, dude, I felt that. It's like, you know, like you're like motivated to actually like make the content and like do your thing, but the minute you see like someone have like a negative reaction, you're like, okay, let me fucking get out of here. Like, you get like discouraged and you're like, oh fuck this.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Nah, I literally had this conversation with one of my friends, like, literally yesterday, because like, all these content creators, like, yeah, there's gonna be some content creators that we hate, that we think that are annoying.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, they're taking, like, if you view it from like a whole different perspective, like, they're actually taking time. Like, obviously, they might be going through the same stuff that we're going through, but they're actually doing it while everyone's just roasting them, like they don't like them. But at the end of the day, they're doing something that we're not. So yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, oh fuck, where was I going with this? Like, I feel like people, especially on social media, are just quick to like jump on, like, you know, have a whole gallon of haterade.
Yeah.
And just pounce on people that are just trying to do their own thing. It's just like a whole lot of negativity. But I mean, like, sometimes the roasting is funny.
Right.
But like,
I mean, hate's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, I mean, us as content creators, we kind of just gotta like
deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. What do you call it? Yeah, we had a conversation about this yesterday. Like, sometimes, like, I'll be scrolling through TikTok and I'll just be seeing someone like going up to people like at a public place and just be like, oh, $20 or double it and give it to the next person.
Right.
Like, that shit's so stupid, dude. Like, why the fuck would you do that? But then I think back and like, dude, I literally do the same shit. And, and I remember telling you this yesterday, but it's like, you know, like how I'm thinking towards somebody or this person right now might be how someone's looking at me when they see our videos. I'm like, motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, even like the stupid videos I see on TikTok, like, obviously, like, double it or pass it on.
Yeah.
Or like what's called like, hey, like someone is walking down the street, hey, what song are you listening to?
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like, it's fucking, it's like little things, but like we overthink it so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I was talking to you yesterday about this guy. There's like this one Asian guy. Fucking, he goes to all these raves, and he like, obviously he's really, really good. Like, his TikToks are pretty good. Like, obviously the video, obviously, he annoys me, but like, I don't.
Yeah. But I'm like, dude, I'm literally doing the same thing.
Yeah, literally, like, he goes to all these raves, and then what's called, like, he's like, I'm trying to get out of my social anxiety. Like, I could go up to literally anyone and talk, and like shit. Like, that's the point where I want to be, because like where I could get rid of this fear and then be like, it's over. I can do whatever I want, and no one. Obviously, people will care, but obviously, majority of the people won't care.
Yeah. No, I remember when we did our like first round of, I guess, just interviews when we.
What, at the Bears game?
No. Well, I mean, like, successfully.
Oh yeah.
Was that at Surge or was that?
Well, it was at Surge because you didn't know those people.
Right.
I would say that was probably the first one, because obviously the one we did at my powerlifting competition is basically all of our friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because I remember how, I guess, just like.
Or no, Warhouse would probably be the first one, because we didn't know anyone. We literally just got guest passes and just went in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like we were able to build up. Yeah, because we started off at your like powerlifting meet. We're like, okay, like that's cool.
Right.
And then we went to Surge. We did those interviews, and that was a little nerve wracking for me. But luckily, like, you knew some of those people, so I'm like, there's that relatability. And then by the time we were at Warhouse, it was just like
none of these people. Bro, the funny thing is, like, people came up to us. They're like, hey, can we do this too? And then like literally like, I don't know. It just made it way easier and stuff like that. Like,
exactly.
If you get
shout out to Warhouse, y'all are cool as fuck.
Yeah. Literally.
Let me in, dude.
Did you actually apply for the
No, I'm still on the wait list, please. Please. But
yeah, you need to switch shit. But like literally, you know, like you remember the biggest guy in the gym, like he literally just walked up. He's like, "Hey, can I try?" Or like shit like that. Like, goddamn, like that shit kind of made me happy.
Yeah, no, like it's funny that you mentioned that because I also kind of get that rush from being to interact with people I didn't know before, being able to put something up and people like react, just react to it like, yo, that's like sick. Like, hey, like I feel about this way too. I think like part of that. Especially just like 2 or 3 years just locked up in your house because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of realized how much COVID has impacted like
a lot of people
and like especially like people 2 or 3 years younger than us. Like, I noticed the difference between like like when I was a senior, the freshmen, just how like antisocial, or just in general how. Because I remember once I started seeing people again, I forgot how to socialize completely.
Because bro, you have to stand 6 fucking foot away from the person.
Exactly,
like a fake handshake, a fake
exactly.
wave. Like even like some
elbows.
I know like some of my friends like literally when they met like they still stayed fucking 6 feet away from each other. Like obviously because of like they're scared about the COVID pandemic and everything, but it was like everyone forgot how to fucking interact.
Yeah, dude, and even
but then you have the white people that don't really give a shit.
Yeah, dude, for real. Oh, MAGA! But, yeah, but even, like, I guess just, like, in today's society, we're, like, incentivized to stay at home and just be behind our screens, behind our computers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even just...
I don't think they're incentivized. I think it's what's called, like, people just do that anyways
Yeah.
because, like, they have nothing else to
Yeah, dude,
do.
even something...
And then they hide behind their screens and, like, comment
Exactly.
hate on fucking social media posts and all that type of shit.
Because they don't know how to fucking confront people.
Right. Bro, I got fired again.
No, but even just something as simple as ordering a fucking cheeseburger, dude. You do it through a kiosk now. You don't even talk to the people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, you know, malls, like, just, you know, retail shopping, it's all online, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon signal
Exactly.
the world, yeah.
The only thing that's remained consistent is just, like, grocery stores like Walmart. But
Not
even that,
like,
people are starting to...
Like, do it electronically.
Instacart.
People, Instacart or whatever it is.
But, I don't know, well, I'm trying to do more research into it, but there's like this theory in psychology about like domestic spheres, or no, 3 different spaces. So the first space is like the domestic sphere, which is like your family, and then something is more of like a professional sphere. That might not be the actual term, but it's like, you know, your actual like work,
right,
and your like professional life.
Yeah.
And then there's the third space, which is like independent of both of those, where like you're free to do like to be you and express yourself, but also be like around people.
Yeah.
And I feel like especially with the pandemic and just how that's like impacted our society and just like how we talk to each other today, it's like that third space is going away.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know like, you know, you find your third space through going to the gym. I do too. You know, we're able to like socialize and interact with each other and other people.
Yeah.
That's why I love going to music festivals, raves, because I get to like, as cheesy as it is, I know I'm a fucking cornball for saying this, but just enjoy like, just being around a bunch of people and just enjoying something like together. Even if I don't.
That is fucking corny.
Yeah, it's fucking corny as hell. But I don't know, dude. It's just like. I mean, it's the rush I get from it.
Right. Yeah. But I would say, like, to end off this topic, get up and fucking do something.
Yeah.
Take some action.
Yeah.
That's all. That's literally it.
Yeah.
But, like, our last topic, the Bears.
Bears.
We're from Chicago.
Oh, wait, can we rewind a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wait, what do you call it? What was I going to say?
I don't mean any candy
Oh,
cane,
wait.
so take your time.
Oh, yeah. So, I guess my question for you is like, why do you do content? Like, what like made you want to do it, and like why do you continue to do it?
What made me do it? I don't know. It's just like it's hard to say. Like obviously, like me becoming like famous is never the end goal. I just think like besides like working a 9 to 5 or like just working and like providing for me myself, like just try to make people's days. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I say like doing something.
Now that's fucking corny.
Yeah, no, it is fucking corny. But like honestly, like yeah, we have 100 followers on our Instagram page. Like I have 1,000 followers on my real personal page, right? Like yeah, I'm not super famous. Like I have like 50K, 20K or whatever it is. But like if I'm able to like, bro, every single time I post, there's always someone commenting something. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like maybe it sparks their day. Like one time I made a podcast episode, like this one guy that was in my sister's grade, he literally commented, and he actually DM'd me personally. He's like this shit made my day, like the way that you like try to be super motivational, try to do other shit that no one has ever tried to do before. Like bro, like no one in my friend group, or not even in my friend group, but like I would say around who we surround ourselves in college, like are doing something to like, I'm not sure I'd say like try to get out of their comfort zone. So like it's also something for me to also like grow as a person because like what I do here also could help me 10 years from now somehow. Like you know what I mean? So like if you never try, you'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I guess for me it's just, I mean we talked about it earlier, just kind of being stuck in that 9 to 5 grind.
Yeah.
And like after a while especially me, dude, I just felt like a robot. I felt, you know, I travel for work, and yeah, dude, just being kind of just alone by myself, it just kind of gets in my head, dude. I just feel like a cog in a corporate machine.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess just doing this, it kind of just gives me, it's like a sense of fulfillment. You know what I mean? Again, corny as fuck, but
corny.
Fucking corny. It's a corny ass episode, but but yeah, and kind of just like what you mentioned too. It's just being able to, I guess, just like bring positive emotions with like other people. Like my absolute favorite is when people like walk up to me. It's like, hey, dude, like people I haven't talked to in like months or sometimes even years. Like, you know, I'll be talking to a friend that I haven't seen like since high school. Like, yo, dude, I've been seeing like the content you've been putting. Like, you're like pull up to raves and all that. Like, that's fucking sick. I saw my fucking cousin
at a rave.
At a rave, yeah. And he like walked up to me. He's like, yeah, dude, I saw that you go to these and you like do this shit. That's fucking cool, dude. Keep it up.
Yeah, no, even like that. What's it called, like literally when I went to a powerlifting gym, I had people come up to me. Like, obviously we follow each other, but I'd never met them before. And they're like, oh, you're the guy that took the squat rack to the beam. Oh, you're the guy that does all these interviews at the powerlifting competitions. I'm like,
that's me. I'm him.
I'm him. That's me. But like, what's called, like shit like that, like kind of makes you happy because like people actually like watch your stuff and it's not like you're just throwing it out there to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude. So I mean, even with our little small following, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.